I pursue the material comforts of the path of pleasant, preya, while I pursue the path of the good. For example, driving a nice car, living in a big house, as long as I can afford it.
Your contact with the world has got nothing to do with the quantum of what you contact. What makes you materialistic or sensual is not your association with the world. What value you have for the world, objects and beings of the world. A person may not contact the world at all, may live in seclusion and highly frustrated from inside. All he is looking forward to is when will I get money, when will I acquire this, and when will I enjoy that. So such a person could be living in the ashram, he could be living in the hermitage, he could be living in total seclusion, but his thoughts are constantly on acquisition and enjoyment. So though he or she is not contacting the world, he is sensualistic and he is materialistic. So all depends on where are your thoughts. So on the other hand, another person may be born with a silver spoon in his mouth, in the lap of luxury, right? But has no value for what world has to offer. Incidentally, he may have best of everything. He may live in a palace, he may drive best of cars, he may have best of everything. But as far as he is concerned, he has no value for it. It is just there. That is all. It's like any object or a being. What value you have for an iPhone? We always give this example. So you and I may use latest iPhone, but what value it has? I mean, just the tool to talk to somebody and do some task. Or you could have the same phone as a status symbol. So it's nothing to do with whether you're actually using the iPhone. You may get the best of latest iPhone. So that's the misconception people have. See, that is the meaning behind that story of Hanuman burned Lanka. You know, it's all Hanuman symbolizes detachment in this case. Ravana's Lanka is materiality and sensuality. So when you get this knowledge, you burn the world of materiality and sensuality as it were. So you could be in the world, you may contact the world, but you have no value for what the world has to offer. So materiality and sensuality has got, I'm repeating, has got nothing to do with your contact with the world. This is where people misunderstand. Most people, they misunderstand this concept. And though they may live externally simple, frugal life, internally they are full of frustration. I know what I'm talking. So many people I have handled some misconception they had. Because of that misunderstanding, they were denying themselves things for ages. And all that frustration was there in them. This knowledge is given out, knowledge of Vedanta by Raja Rishis. You know that, right? You come from India, so I don't have to explain this to you. Kings themselves were sages. Now, who is Krishna? He's an emperor. Who is Lord Rama? He's an emperor. So many of the Upanishadic masters were sages. They were the kings. So they lived in palaces, they had best of everything, but they had no value for what the world has to offer. Name, fame, money, nothing. So you maintain that sense of dispassion while you contact the world. That is sign of growth. And incidentally, you may contact, you may not contact. Either way, you're okay. But person who is not at that level, when he does not contact, he is not okay. Though the world may say, oh, look at how simple he is. What about inside? He's like a boiling pot. So once you understand that, it doesn't matter, what you want, right? You may live in a palace, and like Swami Ramdeva beautifully he says, sometimes kings living in palaces, they may achieve in reaching a state of renunciation, while most people they live a life of frustration because of misunderstanding.